Hi, students. This is Professor Laney coming to you just to talk about the notes. And this is sort of an instructional video. So, excuse me, I wanted to go over all the different options that we have for notes in this class, um, including perhaps maybe some of you don't exactly know what I'm talking about notes. First of all, I do sort of say outline and notes. It's kind of interchangeable for me. So you might refer to it as an outline, or you may refer to it as module notes. It's the same thing, but I wanted to bring your attention to what it looks like in the module. As obviously you're seeing this video, I embedded it in the module in where it says notes, along with a lot of the hyperlinks that I share in regards to the different types of notes. So let me share the screen. This is what our course module looks like, module 1. And you've done the reading, the introduction, all the business, all the separation I put in with the videos and whatnot. And then we come to the assignments. And so when you click on notes outline, this is where this video will be. You probably already know this. I haven't put it there yet, but here it is. So the reason I do the notes, and some people really don't care, but the point is that I was teaching for a number of years and people were just coming to class with like crickets chirping and expecting me to like have this, magical lecture where you would learn everything and you would understand it and, get 100% of the points and all. It's like, no. There needs to be a little bit of skin in the game from you guys, from the students. And everybody comes to the material differently, meaning some of you can skim through it and catch it. Some of you have to read it 10 separate times. Some of you have to listen to the video, not even look at it. Some people have to watch a video. Some people have to watch a video multiple times. So what I did is like, I looked at notes as a sort of choose your own adventure, but also connecting to the material. And this may be pretty basic, but at the same time, it's pretty necessary. Because if you haven't done the reading and you haven't really connected by writing things down or typing them out or even mind mapping or any sort of way, if you haven't really connected or done some of the physical work, like connecting to the content, you're not going to be able to move forward. And the funny thing is that, again, we've mentioned this class is not hard, but you do have to go through, you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And it's not hard. It's just work, but you get into a momentum, right? So our chapters look the same every week after the beginning week. When we start in chapter 1, right, or module 1, like it starts to look the same. Everything opens Monday, and then you have notes due, and then a discussion board and a reflection and a quiz. So if you could get into a little bit of a system, and trust me, I'm not in an exact system every single day either, but I have guidelines of what I do and when, because I'll run out of time. So for example, when I was building this class the first time, when I switched from the old book to the new book, I had to create this entire module from scratch. And so I started on Monday for the following Monday. So on Mondays, I did this. On Tuesdays, I did this. On Wednesdays, by Wednesday, if I didn't have at least half of it done, I was behind. So then I knew I had to stay up later or cancel some other things at the end of the week and things like that. So it's all about time management or what you think it takes for you to get a job done. So again, if you're the person who reads the book and then goes through all the online stuff where I have all the chapter sections sectioned out, or even if you have your book together and you're doing it at the same time, that's cool. However it makes sense to you is how you need to do it. In fact, it's only 10 points. So at the, the end of at the end of the day, if you don't do it, it's not the end of the world. You can still read the chapter and watch the videos and understand it. You just didn't have time to do the quiz. I mean, the notes. And if that's the case, make up the points somewhere else. You're going to be fine. Remember, I drop one of these at the end of the semester. So if there's 15 of them, do 14 of them. You'll get the extra 10 points at the end. It's fine. But if you do all 15 and you miss a couple points here and there, those extra 10 points at the end will kind of like fill in the gaps. Yeah. Okay. So I do put here that there's a reason for it and there's benefits. And then the options, there's lots of options. I'm not going to read these to you, but this is a college student who says how to do a chapter outline after skimming the chapter. This one is a formal Roman numeral bulleted list online. So someone hand writes it and does bullets, again, other college students. Mind mapping is from the creator of Mind Maps, and it's really just a one-page, kind of like visual note taking, which is using, I think, some software. But if you want to use Cornell notes, if you want to do something else, I don't know, let me know ahead of time. I've had people who were very kinesthetic and they needed to have it in their body, and they would just walk around their room and talk about what the note, what stuck out to them each section, things like that. So I'm pretty open as long as you're doing the work and it's pretty equivalent to everybody else's work. That's how I can grade it. So with the rubric, I say I put a rubric over here as well under the rubrics tabs, but sometimes they're not updated. So I'm showing you here. For minimum points, students must upload a 2-page single space typed outline or similar. 10 points. That means you typed it. It's 2 pages. There's some indentations, but make everything else single spaced. What happens is that people get a little creative with the margins and the fonts and the spacing, and it's like, no, you got to know that I understand what you're doing, because I try to do it and I have a teenager at home. So give me the 2-page single space typed outline or similar. It's 12-point font, 1-inch margins. You don't have to have a big header on it too. You've submitted it under your name. I know it's yours. So just put chapter 1 outline / notes, whatever makes sense to you, and type it out. 2 pages. That's a lot of information. Now I know chapter 1's a little bit small, but each chapter is a little bit different. So you'll be able to fill up 2 pages easy. You can also use the videos that I put in each section to go with your notes. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe have your book open, go through each section that I have videos. And sometimes those videos are way more dynamic in order for us to learn differently. Keep in mind, nobody learns anything really the first time that they see it or hear it. You need to interact with it multiple times. So again, reading, skimming, videos, notes, you're cementing in the different materials, the concepts, the curriculum, all the things that we've set up for you to understand. And the more you interact with it, the more you understand it. And then we culminate with a quiz and a journal that I'll do a separate video on, just to be sure that everything's like clicked together. Because a human being, every level that gets billed is based on the previous level. You don't go from age 3 to age 30 next year, right? So if you don't, let's say you were sick or missing or absent for one whole chapter, it's up to you. If you want to get that stuff in or skip it, you might be a little bit lost, because, again, humans, we build on what we did in the prior age. So again, your choice. If you're not sure, reach out to me. I'll help come up with a plan with you, help guide you, tell you what's important, tell you where to spend the most of your time and things like that. I've had people go through this class and turn in 0 outlines. It's up to you. I'm not saying do that, but some people don't need to do that, and they don't, and that's their choice. You can make up your point somewhere else, or just take the B or C or whatever it is. Yeah. So it's not the end of the world. It's just getting your momentum and your skin in the game. So if you're a handwriter, awesome. And your handwriting is usually a little bit better than typing. So I need that to be 4 pages, single spaced. A lot of times I see people who are handwriting and they're highlighting and doing all kinds of cool stuff. And then for a mind map or anything artistic, I do have graphic designers in this class. I have people who like to scrapbook or do whatever. Make it happen, but give me a 1-page paper with all the course terms, and you're just for that unit or that module, and you're good to go. Because if you give me like 12 course terms and it looks like a puffy clouds, it's not really a mind map. How am I supposed to grade that against somebody else who did 2 pages typed single space or 4 pages handwritten single space? It's not fair. So again, that's why the rubric is like that. So again, the notes outline, this is a way for you to engage with the material, and it's a way just a first start. That's why I put the due date on Thursdays. But again, if you're telling me, oh, my work schedule, blah, 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 I'm not going to be able to turn it in until Saturday, let me know. It should be fine. But let me know ahead of time. It's not the end of the world, because we do this first, and then it kind of leads you into the journal and the quiz and things like that. And even the discussion board will help with things like, the notes will help with the discussion board and whatnot. So I hope this helps. If you still have questions, you're welcome to ask me at any time. I'm making these instructional videos so you guys can be as successful as possible, because that's the point, right? So again, the notes every week, do them in your way. Let's try to make it equitable for everybody, right? And this will actually help you learn the materials quicker, faster, more deeply embedded into your own brain. And by the way, child development and human development is everyone's development. So enjoy, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.